Wow, did you click on this unedited raw audio video expecting to hear me tell you that I don't like Fallout 76 and it's hashtag not my Fallout and hashtag SavePlayer1 because it's online? Well, no, it's actually not, because I'm not a fucking baby. Because most of the people complaining about this game are, oh man, it's killing me. It's actually internally killing me. Like, I'm okay with different opinions, alright? I'm cool with people, you know, not liking something and people liking something and people being in the middle and torn between whether they do or not because they're into different genres. But there's a fucking petition to change this game. Like, that's sad. That is, oh my god, I have no words, man. Don't get me wrong, alright? When I heard this was online the first time, I was a bit skeptical too. Who isn't? It's Fallout, but it's not Fallout 5. It's not Fallout 6. It's not an official in the line of games Fallout. It's Fallout 76. It's a spin-off, meaning they can do whatever they want with it, which is exactly what they're doing. They wanted to experiment with something else. In the interview Todd Howard had last night when it was shown on the No Clip documentary part 2, he even said that someone approached him asking should we make Fallout 4 online, to which he responded with, no, let's try it on something else, which they did and have spent the last couple of years doing, but you have people complaining anyway. I think the easiest way to solve this for them people, without me being too mean or condescending, is to say that just don't buy the game when it comes out. It's not going to do anything. The game is probably going to sell really well. Would you believe a lot of Fallout fans, including myself, have actually wanted to play Fallout Online? It's like all you people who have wanted to play Skyrim and wanted to try the Skyrim Together mods and all that, decided that you wanted to complain about Fallout having online afterwards. I honestly don't know why. Then you have people complaining about the area being too empty, but this isn't going to be like Fallout 1, 2, 3, or 4, or New Vegas. This is a spin-off and it's focused on being online, which is the whole point. And the sooner people comprehend that, the better it will come across. I'm pretty sure I made every point I just said quite clear in saying it. But if you are one of those who are running around the comment sections of random videos writing down hashtag SavePlayer1 or hashtag not my Fallout, you seriously need to go and do something about that, and because it's not doing anything, nothing is going to change. You might as well accept that someone is going to try something different and the game developer is going to try and make different games. These guys have been making single player games for 25 years straight, just single player games. I think it's fair that we let them try and do something new, and until the game is actually out, can you really judge beforehand? Yes, we've seen a bunch of gameplay, but if you actually go and look at the gameplay, it's quite interesting. It actually looks like it's going to be a really fun game. Maybe that's just me. I'm not a huge fan of multiplayer myself. I love single player games like Fallout 3, Fallout 4, which I'm playing at the moment, Skyrim. I love Skyrim, Oblivion, I like Morrowind, I like Assassin's Creed, I like Wolfenstein, I like The Last of Us. I like lots of single player games. I'm sure most of us here do. And I love RPGs. But you have people who are saying this isn't an RPG, but it is an RPG. Anything which ties in with you role-playing a character is an RPG. It's just a Fallout side game, which is an RPG, which also happens to be online. And you never know, they may end up implementing a way that you can play on your own. But why would you want to, since the game's focus is multiplayer, which I just don't think people are happy about that, which that's okay. That's perfectly fine. I wasn't at the beginning. You can even go and look at the stream I did of Fallout, where I was reacting to it, and we kind of talked about it, a bunch of us, and came to the conclusion that it probably was going to be multiplayer. But whatever, man, you know, it happens, you know, games change, they try different stuff, and I'm really excited to see what else this game has in store. It looks really good. That again might just be me, but it doesn't seem to be. A lot of other people seem to be big fans of this right now. You have a load of other YouTubers putting up a spam of videos about the content in this game every time something new comes about it, and then you have a couple of the bigger YouTubers, which it was kind of unfortunate to see. I ain't gonna name anyone, but you know, complaining about the way this game is going because it hasn't suited the way they want it to be. It's a little bit, you know, selfish, but if the game is bad when it comes out, whatever, man. Like, I judged Fallout 4 once it came out because it had a voiced protagonist, which you will know if you have watched my videos or streams. I've complained about it an ample amount of times, and I'm not a big fan of it, but I've just gotten into Fallout 4 now, years later after pre-ordering it when it came out, and I'm playing it, like, I was playing it earlier today, and it's fantastic. I've literally missed out on so much gaming because of this, and now I have months to play this and catch up with all its DLCs and everything, and I'm really looking forward to it. So I'm not going to, judge a book by its cover because of a couple of changes. Yeah, this game may have places full of rich lore. You never know. Everywhere could have books, journals, terminals. They said there would be terminals. There's going to be robots. There's going to be creatures everywhere. There's going to be up to 30 players in the map, man. Like, think of it this way. Like, you could have you and your friends together form a group of raiders, or you and your friends together form a group of the Brotherhood of Steel. Like, yeah, it wasn't invented at this point, but make your own. Call them the Power Troopers or the Brotherhood of Troglodytes, whatever you want to call them. I don't care, but I'm going to do something to have fun with it because it's Fallout Online, man. It sounds fun as hell. Don't tell me you, as kids, have never tried to roleplay in one of these games and not enjoyed it. And I don't want to be mean to anyone, and I see all these comments and they're so nasty towards this game, and I just don't understand the hate that's coming for it. If in terms of it not being what people want it to be because they've played a long line of Fallout games being single player, and I think this is a permanent change. This isn't a permanent change. This is the only game they're doing it for right now that we know of. This isn't Fallout 5. This is Fallout 76. The Elder Scrolls 6 is more than likely 100% going to be single player, and Todd Howard said in that interview last night that Starfield was a single player experience. You can literally go and look at the no-clip documentary or the interview he had with Geoff, what's his name or whatever. You look up Todd Howard interview, you'll see it. But he says Starfield single player, so they're still doing single player, just this game is a spin-off, and you need to understand this. If you're one of those who are actually looking forward to this game like me, will you please do me a favor and, in the nicest words possible, cross it with the paths of these people who are truly being hateful and showing some amount of spite towards this, because it just doesn't make any sense. Wait until the game comes out and then judge it. Yeah, it might be terrible. It doesn't look like it's going to be terrible. It's Bethesda Game Studios. They tend to do really good games, flawed and broken, don't get me wrong. Yeah, it might limit the amount of cinematic shots a lot of us YouTubers can do with the types of lore videos and that we make, but you might as well give it a chance, man. But if you did actually sit here and watch this to the end and listen to me, I'm being understandable about their change. You should too. It's like telling a worldwide chef that he made a great ham sandwich, but he wants to go and make a cheese sandwich, but you refuse to let him make that cheese sandwich because he's really good at making ham sandwiches, and because he's making the cheese sandwich you decide to boycott his sandwiches and not actually have them anymore just because he wanted to try and make a cheese sandwich. If that makes sense. I think that analogy makes sense. It kind of sounds stupid when you think about it. That is basically this entire situation. So do yourself a favor, alright, and be an open book. Open your mind, give it a chance, and we shall see how it goes.